Ooh, welcome in. It was a tale of two halves for the New England Patriots on Sunday in their victory 24-23 over the Atlanta Falcons. We are here at the Simple Mind Sports Show to talk to you about that, Patriots winning ugly, as well as some Celtics talk. We're going to start with some opening takes as we always do. Ray, why don't you kick us off?
You son of a bitch. That's not what the email says. But anyways, let's talk about Marcus Jones real quick. Signs an extension on last week after that stellar game last Sunday. 3-year extension, then goes out this weekend and gets burned by Drake London all game. He got exposed, and hope Christian Gonzalez isn't going to miss a significant time with that injury, because without him, the Patriots are 1-2 this year. You can't count on Jones to go up against the team's second best wide receiver. So let's pray for speedy recovery for Mr. Gonzalez. Fuck you, Vine.
Marcus Jones guarding Drake London was like Ray standing next to an average-sized child.
Yeah.
Fine, that's fine. We could talk about Marcus Jones and him having a bad game against one of the best wide receivers in the NFL if you want to. The response that I have had from two of the dumbest people that I know, Superfan Patrick, who should be on here shortly, and now Ray, is all the evidence I need to know that don't worry about goddamn Marcus Jones moving forward. So certainly let's talk about that in our Patriots segment. Bobby, your opening take.
Certainly. Learning to win is a skill, and learning to win in an ugly game is something that goes towards building that skill. The Patriots didn't play their best. Drake Maye fumbled again. He literally threw the ball 10 yards back and then threw a shitty Air May trademark McPhee interception. But they overcame it and won the game. As lucky as it may have been with a ridiculous intentional grounding and then that kicker missing an extra point. But we'll take it. They got to learn to win games like this. Every game they can't just blow teams out. If they're actually going to be the real deal, they got to learn to win when they don't have their best stuff.
Patriots legend, Romo.
Yep, Parker
then they cut him.
Yeah, what a way. Hey, everything's coming up Vrabel this year. Everything's coming up Vrabel.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to switch gears for my opening take. I'm going to go Celtics. And this is really dedicated directly towards Bobby, who had a similar opening take last week. Here's more about Brad Stevens. I'm going to go Jaylen Brown here. If you are an anti-Joe Mazzulla fan, like the rest of us are on this show, we've been talking about Mazzulla sucks for years. Jaylen Brown's your key to this. Jaylen Brown does not want to go 11 for 51 from 3. Jaylen Brown wants to go to the hoop. He wants to run. He wants to play actual basketball. And the way the NBA runs is by their superstars. Jason Tatum wanted Joe Mazzulla here. Jason Tatum's not playing. Jaylen Brown is. He's also getting paid $300 million. And all it's going to take is some more ugly losses, like 11 for 51 from three-point land against the worst team in the league in the Utah Jazz. And Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are going to have to chirp up, speak up about their coach. And if he doesn't, at least not firing them, then to at least change their ways. Because up to this point, early in the season with a depleted roster, they are still playing stupid basketball like they've done in the entirety of Joe Mazzulla's career. He just doesn't have a future Hall of Famers to pad the stats.
Did you hear our boy Jack Simone get roasted by Joe Mazzulla last press conference?
Was Jack the one that asked Mazzulla responded
with the 2-on-1?
Can I? Yeah, I did hear that.
Please go.
This is generally referred for Bobby, reserved for Bobby. Sorry, and we can have a Celtic segment, and this is the opening take. It's a little bit of a tangent. Fuck you, Joe. Not only fuck you for your stupid ass response. I've been following the Celtics for 30 years. We've been following Joe Mazzulla on this show every press conference he's had. Have you ever heard him mention 2-on-1 before that little fucking bitchy tyrant? No, nobody has. So fuck you for that, you lying piece of shit, you sensitive little baby bitch, Joe Mazzulla. Also, don't fuck with our boy Jack, okay? He is soft and small and weak and young, but we are not. We are soft and we are. Ray is small, but some of us are more than average.
Dick might be soft, but hey.
And you know Jiu-Jitsu, Mazzulla, and you'll probably beat all of us in the fight, but not all three of us. We're rabid dogs, you piece of shit. Mm-hmm. So keep your fucking mouth shut when you're talking to our boy Jack, you lying cunt, Mazzulla. Yeah. What a piece of shit, fucking weak-ass comment that was. How many times do I got to say it? We go 2 for 1, 2 for 1. You've never said that.
I've never heard that say that before, ever.
Never. Like that alone. Where's Brad Stevens? You said it last week, Bobby. Okay, we're going to do Celtics on this show, certainly. Ray, You are producer Ray for the evening here, as I am on location. Give us the rundown and bring us into the show, please.
Absolutely there, Richard. Today it's a tale of two halves, like Richard said. Today we're going to be talking about the Patriots Falcons reactions, early lines, Celtics stink, 10 questions from a guy named Rob, and we finish with simplest minds of the week. Welcome to Friday Rewind, live Tuesday, November 4th. Welcome to the show.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something.
Do you want me to keep going?
Nah, if you're watching it, I would just first like to issue an apology for all the vulgarity in that. I
No,
got a little
deserved.
worked up. But I think it was deserved. It was a really outlandish comment there from Joe. And when you mess with our boy Jack, we get a little antsy.
We're like his three fathers.
Yeah. whether he returns our emails and calls at this point or not. He's big time on us, no problem. We still got your back. That's what we do.
Yeah, maybe he's baby daddying us and not returning our calls.
Simple minds.
Mhm.
Regardless, apologies. If you're watching on YouTube, this is not the regular decor. However, I have
Oh, he has
I
a
have
sweater on underneath.
magnetic button-down shirt. Have you ever seen that before? I don't
Nope.
think so.
Nope,
I
I
don't
have
think
not.
so. That's because your mother's been ruining too many of my button-downs, Raymond.
I'm sorry. Apologies.
That's how you set up a joke. Suck it, Langevin.
New room for Bobby, which is always nice. Ray looks cute as a button.
Thank you.
And he would also like to tell you about our friends over there. at,
Absolutely, Richard. I love Boston sports or fan favorites. Go check them out. 250 Granite Street, Braintree, Massachusetts. Today they're doing a live signing with Pop Douglas. I believe next week they have Andy Borregales, the kicker.
Andres is how you pronounce that.
Well, yeah, but it's Andy on here. Then the
Word
following week, the second best corner in the league, Alex Austin. Week after that,
You've
Anthony
always said that.
Jennings.
Didn't get traded, Anthony Jennings. So that says something.
No, but the TBD, I did have a sneak. I know who it is.
Ooh.
It's very worth going. Maybe it's
Okay.
the best. Maybe it's the best corner in the league that's going to be down there on the November
Oh,
2nd.
Interesting. Okay. And we're just going to skip past the Kyle Williams one because that's, Del Pettis, big play. Big play, Del.
Big
That's
deal.
what they're calling him down there in Foxborough. Big play Dell after that game in his one snap that he got. It
Go
was a
get go down there and get the merch too while they're at it. They're all having their own special merchandise while they're
Excellent. Why don't we talk about the Patriots and Saints reaction
Patriots and
here?
Falcons.
Oh, Patriots and Falcons. That's right. I don't have the email in front of me. I feel like it would be useless if I did. I'm just going to go off the top of my head.
I can go.
but
I got this for you if you want.
There's a lot of fucking words in
That's
there.
what you usually do.
No.
Mm.
You're going to run through every play of the game.
Just the big ones. I threw down the plays.
Why
but
don't you
yeah,
skip down there to the key highlights of the game, and then we can get back to some of that really good hard work that you did. You really want to, you don't want to bury the lead here, producer Ray. You want to hit the big stuff.
Yeah, like
and then
this.
let it filter
So,
out.
Patriots 24, Falcons 23.
Nice score.
A,
Good.
a second half disaster? Question mark. Outscored 9-3 in the second half. Shut out completely in the fourth. Why can't they play a complete 60-minute game, Richard?
That's an interesting question, and I love the fact that you put your thought into it. Here's how I actually want to do this. So the game turned on its head on Drake Maye's little lazy tiny boy digit fumble hands when the Falcons, not the Saints, went on to score before halftime. You were about to go up 3 scores before half. Send the Falcons on their way. Bench players can start the third quarter if they'd like to, but the game flips on its head. With that Drake Maye bad fumble. And you have to, and this is clearly the worst game we've seen Drake Maye play against the Saints. Sorry, I keep going the Saints against the Steelers.
Since the Steelers, sorry.
With a 2 fumbles, 1 lost, 1 baby carrot hands just dropped it. And then his worst interception we've seen since maybe the Tennessee game of last year, just throwing the ball to nobody. But yet they pull out the win. And I asked you this question, Bobby. Are you concerned about a regression in Drake Maye's play and or the league catching up to him and or a escalation in opponent. The Falcons did have the number one pass defense in the league, and or just a mind slip on a team that's been rolling and they're due for one of those midseason. That's the turning point in the game. If the Patriots go on and kick a field goal there, minimally go up at 24-3, whatever the score would have been, 3 scores, it's over. But it became a game because Drake Maye fumbled the ball and the Falcons went on to score.
You keep bringing that up. Can we show the clip?
Please.
We're supposed to start. May, pressure coming, he lost the football. It's free, scooped up by Pierce on the return, and Campbell trips him up. What a play by Will Campbell, but the Falcons get it with 23 seconds to go.
Great tackle by Will Campbell. Forgot about that. Great fucking tackle.
Yeah.
Great tackle by Will Campbell. Nice play there. 23 seconds left. Drake Maye goes for the stiff arm to keep the play alive. Tuck that baby, sit on your ass, go into halftime. Obviously, that's the veterans play. He's a young player. I think this was my biggest question. Obviously, there's a turning point in the game. I'd like to get in and talk about the fact that they still won. I think that is a step in the right direction for a young team playing a real shitty game. Their quarterback, who's been carrying them, by all accounts, still played pretty well. But those turnovers in years past and earlier in this season would have cost them. It didn't this game. But let's start with Drake Maye, who's obviously the biggest story, Bobby. Does that fumble and interception in this game worry you that regression is in sight, or is it a one-off, or do you fall somewhere in the middle?
It falls somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's regression. I think turnovers were going to come with him. He was going to make mistakes. We've all agreed that his pocket presence is by far his biggest area of improvement.
Other people are calling it horseshit, but yeah, go on.
He still made plays in the game. He pushed the ball down the field. He put points on the board. He had the confidence at the end to win the game, to still do what was needed on the final drive. He really didn't let it affect him. He threw the interception, but he was still willing to push the ball down the field. I don't call it regression. You got to learn to win when you don't bring your best stuff. It's still his second year. We know he's going to make mistakes, but these are the games that happen in late October, early November. Look across the league. Every game was wild. This is just one of those weeks that happened in pro football.
Ray, tale of two halves is what you call this one. Drake Maye, not very strong. Do you think that it had affected him, his fumble and then interception? Did he look different to you? Do you have a bigger picture worry in mind for Drake Maye?
The biggest thing that I took from that game was after the turnovers, the commentators kept saying, this is how you can tell if Drake Maye has reached that new level. You got, 5 minutes left. You got to go to the crunch time and just play, solid ball and, ice the game. And he couldn't do it. They got the ball and they couldn't ice it. So that's another thing that scared me in this game, especially in that second half, the fumbles, the interception. And now that you can't go out there and just control the game and, be able to chew clock up and ice it.
Yeah, I would say I'm not worried about a regression from Drake Maye for a couple reasons. Number one, he's shown that he can learn very quickly and learn from his mistakes. He generally doesn't make them a lot. The word regression is probably technically correct. He went back to some silly mistakes in play style that he's had in the past that is obviously the biggest concern when you look at him as a quarterback and turnover prone. And we've seen it 1,000 times. An athletic quarterback trying to extend a play and do too much turns into bad. And he's going to have to just learn what that feels like and looks like from experience. That's the only way he's going to learn how to do that. But to your point, Bobby, and more to your point, yeah, you've got a 50-50 mix here. 4 minutes left, you'd like to see him go close that game out. But 2 minutes left, they did. So, he's a second-year quarterback that's still kind of learning, and he's top 5 in the league right now. He's top 3 in MVP voting. So, I'm not too worried about it. But the more the league gets a look at him, the harder it's going to get. The better the competition he sees, the more stupidity we're going to see of him because he's going to regress towards the mean of what he actually is right now.
Can I ask something really quick too? Keyshawn Booty got hurt and wasn't a factor, I think, in the first quarter, right? You got hurt in the first quarter with the hamstring.
Yeah.
Do you think that was another part of the problem with Drake Maye and the way he played that game?
Are you inferring that depth at the wide receiver position may be a need in this team, and if any one of their top guys were to go down, it may look troublesome for the offense?
Mm-hmm.
Who's been saying that for a little bit? We can bury a lead here. We are past the deadline, and at the NFL, did the Patriots do anything to address that?
They did dick.
They did nothing.
Both of you are wrong. They signed Jerry Rice's kid to the practice squad. So
practice squad. Sorry.
Apologies.
yeah, you do apologize to Jerry Rice kid Jr.
Fuck Jerry Rice's kid. He's a bum. He's going to play as many snaps for the Patriots as I do this year.
Oh,
God,
I want one. I want one now.
We need one. We need the over
Just
under
one.
Yeah, the over under is 1, and it's going to be 0.
I will tell you, Drake Maye's taking the most sacks in the league. His pocket presence is actual garbage. There's no pussyfooting around him. His pocket presence sucks. He's just a good enough athlete where he's gotten away from it. And against good competition, he's not going to. So there's a little bit of insight into that against the Falcons, who have a pretty good defense.
Bucks next week have a good defense too. That'll be interesting.
I'll tell you what, though, Raymond, I would just say, based on his tenure and this coaching staff, I'd expect a tight fucking butthole game from Drake Maye next week. They're going to focus on it, and that's just been their track record in MO this year. Is they tend to tighten up pretty quickly, like Ray's mother with three dings around her butthole. 2 is fine. 1 obviously is okay. 3, she tightens up.
Too much.
Yeah, like a dry sponge. So there you go. That's your lead story right there. Has Drake Maye regressed? The game turned on its head with that bad turnover before the half. However, I'll throw it over to you, Ray, if you want to touch on anything on your 1,000-word essay that you wrote about this game. The Patriots were able to hang on, and I will say hang on and win it. And the NFL is a funny thing, and I don't know if we can quantify it in any particular way, but better teams win games like this. Bad teams make stupid mistakes like intentional groundings and missed extra points, and good teams hold their fucking water and win by 1 when they absolutely shouldn't. And that's the story of the NFL. So as a macro view, Raymond, I look at it positively. If you want to touch on any of the particulars within that, in the second half or beyond, please do.
So I had the 3 takeaways from the game. Like you said, Drake Maye played arguably his worst game: 6 sacks, 1 fumble, 1 interception, but yet they still won. That was huge. Second takeaway: Marcus Jones got exposed, and the Falcons showed the league how to do it with those pick plays. Basically, Marcus Jones wasn't on Drake London, but Drake London made it so he would pick his guy and then get open or get one-on-one coverage with Marcus Jones. And just like Bobby said, it looked like me going up against guys like Rich or people of giant stature.
An average sized child.
Yeah,
Bobby, I saw your chin go up there, and I'm interested
It's
if
not
you have
Marcus
the same...
Jones' fucking fault that
Thank
he
you.
was put against Drake London. It's the fucking
what I just
defensive asshole coach who let it happen 2 times in a row. The
What'd I just
first
say? He
time,
got
okay,
picked. Did
fine,
you not listen?
whatever. The second
headphones?
time that you have him in a position to put someone that's 5'8" against someone that's 6'6", fuck you, Vrabel. That's on you.
Can I also just add, Drake London is very, very good. Okay?
He's good.
Team O-Town would say otherwise.
But anybody can catch a ball when the guy's
No
a
one
foot
cares, Raymond.
shorter than you. You just...
Except if their name is Keon Coleman and he plays for the Buffalo Bills, because Marcus Jones ran the same pick plays against Keon Coleman against the Bills and broke up 2 of them. Okay, so Drake London also happened to make some really good plays on the holy one, Christian Gonzalez, who is the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread. I watched Drake London make him look like a small little bitch too, and he's an average sized child. So can we just relax? Drake London had a day, and sometimes that happens in sports. Guys have a day, and that was Drake London's day. Relax with Marcus Jones. You and Superfan Patrick, shut up, okay? Just shut up. Marcus Jones is one of the best cornerbacks in the league this year. Drake London had a day, and it's not a blueprint on how you attract. Please, NFL teams, attack Marcus Jones. Do it. Please. Let Carlton Davis go out there and be quiet for an afternoon. Stop attacking him. Go after our guy Marcus
That guy
Marcus
blows.
Jones. I think they're going to work out okay. But I agree with you too, Bobby. Bad adjustments there in the second half leading to that touchdown certainly led to that. And defense is still your biggest question mark, I think, right? I think.
Well,
you know,
luckily they added at the deadline.
did they? I must have missed it out. I must have missed it.
Me too.
Very
Yeah,
racist.
I missed it too.
Let's get to the deadline unless there's any final thoughts here on the Patriots. Anyone want to pile on Parker Romo, the late training camp cut from the
They just
Patriots?
cut him right.
Love it. Wide right. Laces out, Finkel.
It's all coming up Vrabel. It's all coming up Vrabel.
Mhm.
I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but we've seen seasons like this where teams that are not supposed to do things fall their way, and you get a little magic.
Let's make a pack. Let's make a pack.
Hmm?
Patriots go to the Super Bowl. We just go. We don't have to attend the game. Let's just go to the city.
Where's the
Just
Super?
fuck.
Where will we going? Where are we
New
going?
Orleans.
Oh, Dallas.
New Orleans.
New
yeah.
Orleans.
I get to see Dallas.
Oh no, she's still not there.
She's there.
Okay, we'll find her.
Of course.
Yeah, sure. Pack. Done.
Packed.
Packed. Okay. Can't break it.
Okay.
Sure.
Get that smirk off your face, Vine.
It's not gonna happen. Someone's just gonna
Packed.
target Marcus Jones in the AFC Championship game, and they're gonna be
Yeah, exactly. Marcus Jones is going to be on the tight end and then just get fucking mossed.
yeah, exactly. Like Travis Kelce is gonna Taylor Swift him into the end zone for game-winning touchdown. Because the Chiefs are going to be there, which we can talk about if you'd like. We've got 10 questions with Rob coming up later in the show. We'll touch on some more NFL talk. Until then, let's just do a quick break here, Raymond. Let's get back and touch on the trade deadline before we move on, please. Yep. If anyone's watching or listening, that was me annihilating my very good friend in jousting, blow up jousting competition.
Trucks.
To be fair, he ran very hard at me, and I just defended myself.
That's what I saw.
Thank you.
You can jack that guy up.
Yeah.
You got jacked up.
Trade deadline from the NFL. The Patriots do absolutely nothing, and it's a little bit hard to blame them because prices were steep. 2 first-round picks were sent to the Jets for one Sauce Gardner, who's going to the Colts. Quinnen Williams went to the Cowboys for a first, a second, and something else, I do believe. Those were the most notable moves, unless you guys want to tack on any. But as far as the Patriots are concerned, obviously the Jets have given up yet again, so that's nice. 2 more wins on the schedule for the Pats this year. However, the Colts, who still hold the number 1 position in the AFC with a 7-2 record, same as the Patriots, but hold whatever tiebreaker they hold, they just got better. They got significantly better with Sauce Gardner there. We'll see if it pays off. We'll see if the first-round picks are worth it, in a few years. But as far as this year is concerned, look, they got better. They went for it. Were you disappointed that the Patriots did not spend high? It would have been a day 1 or early day 2 pick to get anything of significance. Where do you stand on the Patriots and their trade deadline?
Good, Bob.
Good, Ray.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay, Jacoby
Good.
Myers got dealt down to Jaguars for a 4th and a 6th. Rashid Shaheed got dealt to the Seattle Seahawks. I forgot what his total deal was, but it wasn't a first-round
4 or 5.
pick. I just don't know why they didn't do that. Mid-round picks to get some wide receiver help at depth, at least, because that's what we need right now. Because obviously with Booty going down, like Rich said, they need depth at the wide receiver position. There was 2 guys that go be had, and they didn't go do it.
I would have liked to have seen them take one of those 6-round picks that they got and gone and gotten themselves a caliber of player at a depth position that they think would fit. They got rid of players that didn't fit. I would have liked to seen them bring in somebody because we don't know who they're replacing them with. I assume it's practice squad guys. I would have liked to have seen it. I would have liked to have seen some sort of move that shows intent that they're trying to win the division. Obviously, I know Vrabel's trying to do that, so they believe that they have everything that they need. I would have liked to have seen something. I think a first or a second round pick trade was unrealistic, though.
Yeah, conflicting feelings here. There's clearly a vision and plan from Vrabel and his team for the future and what they plan to do, and they weren't going to sacrifice that with early picks, which is fine. I think that that's reasonable. You also have to factor in the Kraft situation and the money. They spent $300 million in cash this year, so your cap space doesn't mean shit when you've shelled out $300 million in checks this year.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a cash to cap team over 3 years. That's how the Crafts operate. So if you overspend this year, you have to underspend next year or way underspend the next year after that. So you have to take that in consideration every time the Patriots are in one of these situations. It is disappointing to see him do nothing. It is disappointing to see him completely flat. Jacoby Myers would have been perfect on this team.
I would have
He
done that
been-
trade 4 and a 6.
I mean, you Diggs, Myers, Booty. If anyone wants to continue to talk to me about Demario Douglas, who is breaking free in the middle of nowhere in scramble
That
drills,
sounds like a law firm that specializes in banging Ray's mother's ass.
Wow.
Diggs, Myers, and Booty. We'll
Yeah.
bone you good.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
Let me just continue this to get this off my chest because I keep seeing this now. Demario
Yeah.
Douglas has had a few catches and big gains. Get yourself the
Still
all
blows.
22 just for 1 week. Pay for the all 22 and watch Demario Douglas run routes. He looks like a toddler with a fucking avoiding water balloons. Have you seen him after he catches the ball?
That's a
He can't
great,
keep his
great
feet.
picture.
He can't keep his feet. He's falling down every time, other than like the touchdown he made. That guy will never be a reliable NFL wide receiver. I'm glad that he's got some catches. I'm glad that he's a fourth or fifth option that the defense forgets about. And when Drake Maye scrambles to his left, he can flick his dick out there for 45 yards, and Douglas catches it in his belly, and then his head fucking falls off and he falls down. That's all great. It would have been really nice to see Jacoby Myers as a solid professional wide receiver next to two more solid professional wide receivers in Diggs and Booty, banging Ray's mom for first downs left and right, up and down the field. That would have been primo, but we didn't get it. 4th and a 6, I guess, too pricey for them. So we'll see if it costs them. We said in our text chain as we close out the Patriots segment here, I am of the belief if you go look at the remaining schedule, to finish 12 and 11 should be the 12 or 11 wins should be the expectation. If they don't win the division, I'm not going to call it a failure because they've already gone beyond expectations, I think, for the season. But it'll certainly be a disappointment. And anything, obviously, if they miss the playoffs, massive failure at this point. But they should win the division. They should hold on to the division. You've got a 2-game lead on the Bills at this point because of the tiebreaker. Obviously, they play them again, so that could change. But you've got 2-game lead on them. You've got the easiest schedule in the history of the NFL. The winning percentage of your opponents is .385 to finish the game, finish the year. You've got 2 games against the Jets, 1 against the Dolphins. They should win the division. Whether they did anything at the deadline or not, they should win the division.
Just
Go ahead. Your final thoughts on the Pats here.
better stay healthy. That's it.
I second that.
Yep. Not addressing the depth could potentially be their downfall. For sure. Okay. Headlines with the obvious one.
Thank you there, Richard. The Patriots win 24-23 against the Falcons, and it was ugly. Drake Maye had 2 turnovers, and Marcus Jones' average height almost cost the Patriots the game, not according to Bobby, but they hold on. Next up, Bucks at 1 p.m. on Sunday. The LA Dodgers are champs once again after defeating the Blue Jays in an extra innings in Game 7. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is your World Series MVP. The Celtics stink, losing to the Utah Jazz at home, giving them their first road victory of the season. The Celtics are now 3-5 on the season and don't look like a team with an identity. Next game is Wednesday against the 1-win Wizards. And finally, the Bruins, winners of 3 in a row, take on the Islanders tonight at home. This has been Headlines with the obvious one. Back to you, Doughboy, for early lines. Thanks, fat ass. Early lines. We're back for week 10, baby. Let's go through last week. Bobby went 1-5. Woof. Bringing his total to 22 wins. Ray went 3 for 5, bringing his total.
Games? I thought we did 1 game. We did 5 games usually.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
How did you go 3-5? 3-5. That's 8 games.
I'm sorry. Bobby went 1-4 last week, bringing his total to 22. Ray
I
went
would like
3
to actually just interject here and basically nullify the entire
Nope.
early lines.
Nope.
Because you can't do math. Math is really important. In
I have it all in the ledger. It's all in the ledger.
Okay.
My lawyer will send it to your lawyer. Bobby only had 1 win last week.
My
Ray
lawyer
had
is
3.
Big Myers and Burgess.
You can't just retract from not having the correct number of games and just say he had 1 win. Bobby's
3 for
correct.
5. Bobby went 1 for 5. That's the same. 1 for 5.
That's 6 games. You said you're with 3 for 5. That's 8 games.
Bobby went 1 for 5. 1 for 5.
That's
Get
6
it?
games.
No, it's not. You went 1 for 5. You fucking
1 out of
moron.
5 is 5.
Bobby went 1 and 5
Out of
last
1.
week, bringing his total to 20.
All right, don't
1
read that.
and-
I write this at 5 a.m. Like that
1
doesn't count.
and 5. Ray went 3-4-5. Rich went 1-4-5.
They're all different.
1
How are
4
we-
5.
How
Bobby's.
are we supposed to trust anything?
Don't let me write an email. First game on the docket, we got the
Oh.
2-6 Browns traveling to New York to take on the Jets, who are 1-5. Somehow the Jets are 1.5 point favorites. 6-degree day and rain for the game. Browns haven't won in New York since December 9th, 2007. Bobby, you're winning, so you go first.
The Browns will break that streak as the Jets surely know that their management hates them.
I too will take the Browns because, after the deadline, it's an easy win. I don't think the Jets stand a chance. Give me the Browns all day. Richard?
Yep, we're null and void here overall, so give me the Jets.
We're not null and void.
You can't. Nothing can be trusted at this point. Give me the Jets.
We're not. Okay. Next game on the docket, we got the Ravens traveling to Minnesota. Ravens are 3.5 point favorites. Only have played 7 times in their history, the Vikings and Ravens. Vikings are 1-2 at home this season, while the Ravens are 1-2 on the road. Bobby, you're still winning. And go ahead.
Give me the Vikings.
Richard?
No, you go.
I will be taking the Ravens. Give me the Ravens on the road, -3.5. Richard?
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to go Ravens.
Okay. Next game on the docket, Patriots 7-2 travel to Tampa to take on the Bucks, who are 6-2. Bucks 2.5 point favorites at home for an 84-degree and sunny day. First time Baker Mayfield has gone up against Mike Vrabel.
Bucks are going to win this. Ray's going to be at the stadium. He's a big time mush. Go Bucks.
Patriots are 4-1 all time in Tampa Bay. Bobby, what do you got?
Give me the Pats.
I too will be taking the Patriots this week. Next game, we got the Rams 6-2 taking on the 49ers, who are 6-3 with fucking Mac Jones. Rams 3.5 point favorites, 75-degree.
Rams. Give me the Rams.
75-degree day
Rams
was
here. I'm going to take the Rams, right?
49ers are 7-3 in their last 10 against the Rams. However, the 49ers have lost their last 2 home games.
Rams.
I'll take the 49ers.
Okay.
And the last game on the docket, we have the 6-2 Eagles traveling to Green Bay to take on the Packers, who are 5-2-1. Packers 2.5 point favorites, 22 degrees for Monday Night Football. Last 10 meetings, they are split 5-5. Last time the Eagles went to Green Bay and won was September 26, 2019. Who wants to go first?
Eagles.
That a boy, Bobby. Richard?
No, you go.
Packers.
What does the ledger say?
I just put Packers.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go Eagles.
Eagles. Okay. There we go. I see what you
Awesome.
did there. I see what you did. I like it. Either you're really fucked and I'll be sending you a white wife beater, or I'll be really fucked.
I mean, it's all null and void. You can't do math. We'll be right back with some Celtics talk.
Just don't fade away. I'll fade away.
Will be null and void if I lose, though.
Yeah, no one wants to see that shit. Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics. Not looking good, Bobby. Not looking good. We could certainly get into some of the details. 3-5 to start the season. 2-point loss against the Jazz, which we kind of chronicled there at the beginning. You had the tripping call. We have Jaylen Brown's audio on that. He was bitching about the non-call. He's correct. However, they blew a double-digit lead to the Jazz by shooting way too many three-pointers. They went 11 for 51 behind the arc. They have not changed their strategy whatsoever, which was the lead story behind Jason Tatum's injury going into the offseason. We knew they were unloading salaries. We knew, quote-unquote, air quotes, we knew they were going to have to change the strategy in which they played basketball. And lo and behold, they haven't.
Yeah.
The floor is yours, Bobby. What? Well, Here's my interesting question. This is actually what is interesting to me. I know that the the honest response is obviously Joe Mazzulla can't adjust because he's a bad coach and he's just following the numbers. They're going to have to. They're gonna have to. So what's the breaking point? Where's the intervention? I said at the beginning, it's Jaylen Brown and the players because that's generally what happens in the NBA. But where is Brad Stevens in this? Where's the organization? You have got new ownership, and it's obvious what the problem is. They're the second. They've shot the second most 3-point. They're the second in league history in 3-point attempt rate this year. Second only to them last year. They're number 1 in 3-point attempts. They're 29th in makes. It's obvious what the problem is. So where it and what and who is the breaking point? That's my only question on the team at this point.
I want to get to that, but also I want to say to go back to the other point to what they're still doing from last year. They're coming out of halftime and getting blown out the fucking door every game because, again, these other teams see how they're playing and they go, oh, let's just do this. So then when they come in the third quarter, they give up a double-digit lead in the third quarter, and then they're chasing the rest of the game. That same thing's happening. And you mentioned the three-point strategy. They're making as many. And now also what's happening, they can't grab a rebound to save their life because they have the worst front court in NBA history. So they're shooting more threes and creating these other – before they were making them. So their lack of a front court depth wasn't as exposed because they had Jason Tatum covering up all the cracks and they were making their shots. Now they aren't. They're getting out rebounded and they're getting less opportunities. So it is their strategy is 100% not working. Now, when you say what's going to be the breaking point? Yeah, Jaylen Brown's already cracking. He's over it. Okay, he looks angry. He looks like an angry football player on Friday Night Lights. Like he's just going to go just smash the shit out of some cheerleader after he just rams. He's so fucking mad. He hates this team. He hates everybody he's playing with, and it is 100% going to be that guy. And you know that Brad Stevens is up there. He took teams with Isaiah Thomas as the best fucking player to the Eastern Conference title game. This team has better players than those teams do, and he sees them. They can't beat the fucking Jazz. What's going on?
I have two things. I have two things that I think is going on. One, Derek White is shooting probably arguably his worst in his whole career. He's 26.3% behind three-point line right now. Field goal percentage of 31%. He is struggling mightily in this role that he's supposed to be the Robin to Jaylen Brown's Batman. And then Peyton Pritchard is not a starter on an NBA team, and I think we're finding that out right now firsthand. He is a sixth man for a reason. He needs to be coming off the bench and playing that bench role. He is not a starter. Those are my 2 points.
Not unvalid points, Raymond. The only thing I'll say to this, and this is the biggest piece of bad news, if you want things to change and you want Joe Mazzulla out or to change his strategy, do you know what fixes all of the things we've been talking about?
Yeah, what? Jason Tatum coming back.
Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum fixes every piece of that because he's the best player in the league. when he's healthy.
He's showing
And
that he's worth that max contract.
we were talking about that for the last year and a half, how good that guy got and how good he was and is. And, I'll toot. I said it as soon as he went down. Jaylen Brown. And to be honest, I said Jaylen Brown's going to get exposed. And frankly, he is. But to his credit, he's playing better than I thought he would have.
Yeah.
Considering the circumstances. He's playing to his strengths, but his strengths are limited. And when you have guys around him that can't make up for it, this is what you get. And when you get a philosophy that does not hold around your personnel, you blow double-digit leads to the Jazz. And Bob, you're 100% right. It's not just offensively. The lack of coaching is so evident on this team forever due to how they come out of half and how teams boat race them in the third quarter. There's
Even with Jason Tatum.
no adjustments, even with Jason Tatum. The Knicks won that series last year before Tatum got injured because they literally let the Celtics shoot three-pointers. That was their strategy. Let them shoot. That was their strategy. So I'm interested in the breaking point. They didn't come into the season looking to tank. That was not their philosophy. I don't think that they can tank. They're too good. As much as we're shitting on them, they're going to be around 500 anyway. And that's not tanking. You can't do
Maybe a play-in team, I think.
Yeah, which is purgatory in the NBA. So you can't do that. Even if you trade Anthony Simons, who is a talent, but it's kind of nothing on the future of this team. So they're not willing to tank. We know that. So if they're going to try to compete, especially if they try to anticipate Tatum coming back and prepping for the next year, which is what they should be doing, there's going to have to be a breaking point. And I'm really interested to see what that looks like and what it is. And if there isn't, if they truly just ride this bullshit out and keep hucking and ducking and are just waiting for Tatum to get back, then shame on Brad Stevens. We know Mazzulla's a boob. Mazzulla is just a putz. He can't coach. He's not an actual coach. He's an analyst and a spiritual fucking leader. Go to high school gyms and get kids jacked up, Joe Mazzulla. That's your calling. You are not an NBA basketball coach. Definitive. So
I have a question. What do you think would happen if it was instead it was Jason Tatum, it was Jaylen Brown that was out for the first 10 games of the season? Would they have this record right now?
No, they'd be 5-3 because Tatum's fucking awesome.
That good. Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah. Jason Tatum is arguably the best player in the fucking world.
You said it best, Rich, though, that like he was going to get exposed. He's not going to get exposed, but he's showing that if a Sacramento or a bad team wanted to make him the face of the franchise, he can't hold his own. He needs to be the 1B. He can't be the 1A.
Frankly, this is the best scenario for this type of Jaylen Brown. Because it's just put the ball in his hands, get out of the way, and let him go to the rim. If he had a big that could play, if he had an actual point guard that could run an offense, if they're not putting Jaylen Brown in Jason Tatum's role. He's not looking at the defense, accepting the double and triple team, and then letting the offense roll. He's doing what Jaylen Brown does. He's doing everything that he's done before, and to his credit, he's doing it really well, and he's competing really, really, really hard. And if they were smart, they would adjust their playing style to Jaylen Brown's strengths, which is just run.
Well, then you hear that?
Run.
That's all they did in training camp, and they were going to be a track team and just run up and down the court.
And let's give them a little bit of time. Maybe it's hard to break the back of a horse that's been shooting. That's been you haven't had to work for offense for 3 years. You've just come down and chucked it up, and these guys are used to that.
For my dick.
Okay, there it is.
You've been waiting for an opportunity and you found it.
Yeah, it didn't really work, but that's fine.
It did.
Okay. So maybe they got to break that. Maybe they got to break that habit, and it might take. I don't have faith in that, but I guess we give them a little bit of leeway on it. I'm not convinced. I'm certainly not convinced. So,
nope.
I'm just interested in the breaking point. I want to see if and when it happens.
I think Joe's almost there. Wait, he was talking to
We
Jack.
just need to keep having him do more press conferences with Jack, and then he'll fucking break.
Yeah, just to close out this Celtics segment, let's just solidify this. Fuck you, Joe, for your stupid fucking comment, your pissy, shitty little attitude, because your offense sucks. You don't actually know how to coach. Someone called you on it, and that someone was our boy Jack, who probably softly said it because he fucking loves Joe Mazzulla, probably, and everybody who wears a Celtics
He
uniform.
must be on my side right now.
He
Now
has
he's
to be after that.
on your side. Yeah,
I know.
Don't go after our guy Jack, Joe. Okay,
'Cause we'll fuck you up,
we'll fuck you up. We'll fuck you up.
bitch.
All three of us, not one-on-one. We have not signed up
Okay.
for that.
No, three.
But the three of us together,
3-on-1.
we get
Bring it.
weapons. Fuck you, Joe.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Okay, quick break, and whatever Ray says is next.
10 questions with a guy named Rob.
Excellent.
Bobby, your people's music is very relaxing.
It's meant to be. I'm glad you like it.
I do. I enjoy it.
Yeah, very good.
Ray, I demand your mother puts that exact track on before I explode into her eyes.
Diggs, Myers, and Booty. Who will the Chiefs make the playoffs?
Esquire.
That has to be a fucking t-shirt. Your mom's
I
favorite
think it's
lawyers.
really good. Diggs, Myers, and Booty.
Your mom's favorite lawyer is Diggs Myers Booty Esquire.
If only he was on the fucking team.
God damn it, Wolf.
I know.
Sorry, what's your first question?
Will the Chiefs make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Chiefs. It's the fucking Chiefs. Of course, they'll be like the last team in, and they'll fucking make a run.
Oh
again.
my God. Everybody that is relying on, look, I know Bo knows, and Bo is my guy coming in the draft. He's not anymore. Drake's my guy. Okay.
Wow, the bold of
But
you.
if you don't think the Chiefs are going to eventually catch the Broncos, come on.
Is that Bobby?
Before the Bills
No.
lost, they were talking about the Chiefs being the best team in the AFC again. They'll make the playoffs. Come on. Come on.
I
Come
watched
on.
that game. The Chiefs looked like shit. They never look competitive in that game against Buffalo. They're 5-4 now. If they don't win this next game, go 5-5, it could be real hard for them, and they could fall. I think it would be 3 games behind the Jaguars, who would have the tiebreaker. Really, there's the teams. There's 8 teams that are going to make the playoffs in the AFC, and the last 2 are going to be the Jaguars and Chiefs. It's just how does it fall? And the Chiefs don't have the tiebreaker with them right now.
If the Jags lost every game in their schedule for the rest of the year, would you be surprised?
Nope. No.
Okay.
Well, they have
The
Jacoby Myers now.
Bills do everything in their power in their offseason, their regular season, to win the regular season games against the Chiefs. They've won 5 straight regular season games against the Chiefs. That's their Super Bowl, and then they blow it beyond that. Okay.
Unfortunately, that is accurate.
How many years did we have to watch Tom Brady in their slow starts? Patrick Mahomes, they're the Patriots. They're not missing the playoffs.
Nope.
Yeah, very good. Who's the best team in the NFL through week 9?
That's a hard question.
It's the Rams.
I go Eagles.
It's Rams.
Eagles got cracks all day long.
Yeah,
I
but they're-
I don't hate the Rams question. I would have gone Detroit, but that was an ugly loss on Sunday.
Detroit.
I would have got Green,
are-
I would
they
have got
are
Green Bay,
phonies.
but they lost to fucking Carolina.
Green Bay's kind of is cracky too. I like the Rams pick. Rams is a pretty good pick. I don't hate the Colts pick.
I don't think anyone picked it.
I know, but I'll fine. I'll say Colts.
Wow. Bold.
That is bold. Hopefully, we get a Colts Patriots AFC title game. That'd be nice.
Let's just hope we go to the Super Bowl. That's what
I'd rather like a Jags past AFC title game.
My heart can't
Tomato
handle
can me to New Orleans.
See you there.
Is Jackson Dart any good?
No.
No.
Flash in the pan.
People are trying to say that he is. I don't know if they're watching the games.
I don't know if they're watching the same game we're watching. But no.
That guy blows.
Mm-hmm.
He's a mullet waiting for an interception.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can say
Yeah.
that.
I like this one. Well,
You
Jaden
can be
Daniels be
racist
a
against the
one-year
whites.
wonder like RG3.
What was that? I can't hear you with that racist talking behind me.
I said you can be racist against the whites.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's always fair.
Yeah.
Will Jaden Daniels be a one-year wonder like RG3?
Ooh, I think so.
RG3 is a 1.5
stank
to
curse
1,
of the committer. Ooh, yeah.
and so is Jaden Daniels.
I
Sorry,
think it's a very possible thing that could happen because I think that Washington franchise is slowly slithering in.
I stepped all over you, Ray. Sorry, what did you say?
I don't remember.
Okay. It's a new ownership for the Commanders in Washington down here where I live. But I'll just go on the player himself. Yeah, dude. Like, you gotta stop taking hits, brother. You can't get hit. You can't get hit. Now, it's not RG3 because it's not his legs. So
It's his arms.
yeah, but it's not even his throwing arm. So he'll be back. And he's
Saying
an accurate,
December would be the earliest he's coming back.
but he'll be back next year, and he's a good enough quarterback.
yeah,
he's
yeah.
an accurate enough throwing, good enough throwing quarterback. Someone's just got to teach that kid how to throw from the pocket and stop fucking being an asshole.
You got Terry McLaurin, you got Debo
Some
Samuel
people
there.
like
He's
being
got good
assholes.
receivers.
That's the problem.
I don't think it'll be as tragic as RG3. When RG3 went down, it was over, and that was when I first really
Mike
close to when I
Shanahan
first
ruined that guy's career.
Okay, here's another tangent. I was down in the DC area when that happened. People blame Mike Shanahan for all of that. The stupid owner made Mike Shanahan draft RG3. He didn't want to. He drafted Kirk Cousins 3 rounds later, who ended up being a better NFL quarterback. But depending on how you want to talk about Kirk Cousins, he did. RG3 couldn't stay healthy. And what did you want Mike Shanahan to do? So the kid ran around reckless and got hurt all the time. He made some of the stupidest throws I've ever seen in my life, RG3. And then it was a playoff game. And he's like, yeah, I can go back out there, coach. All right. Fucking go back out there. And he got his ass wrapped. And you want to blame Mike Shanahan?
I do.
The only thing that brought levity and legitimacy to that franchise in a decade? I was so pissed at the local crowd of fans that talked about Mike Shanahan like that because they wanted RG3 to be their savior, who played like a recluse asshole who wasn't that good of a quarterback to begin with. He was just a sprinter. Get out of here. Mike Shanahan did more for the franchise than anybody that you can name other than Joe Gibbs. We can go through it if you'd like. Not tonight, Raymond.
2 questions. One, do you know who the GM of the Washington Redskins was when they drafted those 2 players?
No.
Elliot Wolf's father. Second question. I believe in our text exchange, I did ask you a question about how the Rams media is doing. And you said, for 15 years, you've asked me this. I don't listen to Redskins, you fucking idiot. It's 2025. I stream whatever I want. So basically, you lied to me and you listened to what they said about RG3 when you first moved down there.
I said the fans, you twat, and you just said Rams media, and I listened to the fans who surrounded me. I don't listen to fucking Redskins radio. Nor did I then, nor do I now. So stop asking me the question.
Bobby, next question.
Why are the Cowboys still a relevant franchise?
Because they're worth $6 billion.
And they have fans everywhere because of the 90s.
Jerry Jones is the Donald Trump of the NFL. He's an unbelievable marketing media extravaganza. He brings on drama. He knows exactly what he's doing. He monetizes the drama. He knows exactly what he's doing. Other than building a competent football team, he's a mucho business guy, and they're capitalizing on it.
Yeah, that team blows.
That team blows.
Yeah. What do you
And
think
it's
Robert
Texas
Kraft
and
Cardi B
sorry,
were talking
I
about?
keep stepping on you because I'm a little delayed. Football is absolute god in Texas. It's king. Like, it's everything in Texas.
It's
And
religion, football, sex.
Texas is massive, and that's why. It's a real perfect storm of bullshit of why the Cowboys are what they are.
Makes sense. What do you think Robert Kraft and Cardi B were talking about?
Anal.
Probably. I'm gonna agree with Ray here.
Robert was probably like, did you know that Stefan has another woman pregnant too? Did you know that?
Your old man fucking impression is great. I like that.
I just want to see if you knew that.
Is that common in your cultures?
Is that how you want the man to be? And is he a lawyer? Because this law firm, Diggs, Myers, and Booty, said I need to be here.
They're making a cease and desist against one of my whores.
Yeah. But I think it's bullshit.
No, see, we've dipped into the Jerry Jones accent. That's why he's so good. That's why the Cowboys are relevant.
Mhm.
Come down here and get my whores.
My
Very good.
whores.
Who's the better player all time, Rodgers or Stafford?
It's a great question.
Their resumes are pretty equal.
I'm gonna go. They both have Super Bowls. I'm gonna go Stafford just because he was in Detroit, and that alone should give him extra bonus points since they had a similar career. Being in Detroit, making them relevant again. I'd go Stafford.
What was the question? Player or career?
Better player all time, so I'm encompassing everything, yes.
Okay, it's Rodgers. Rodgers is a better quarterback. If Rodgers had Megatron, like you could flip the script on either one. If Stafford was in Green Bay, he probably would have had a better career. But if Rodgers had Calvin Johnson, the way Rodgers throws a deep ball would have been unbelievable. The problem with Aaron Rodgers is he's a tight butt loser and can't get over the hump. And if he had one more Super Bowl, he'd be top 3 all time. But he just loses in
Constantly.
such big, epic games that you can't do it. You can't do it. But if Stafford was given a better situation, not stuck in Detroit for 12 years or whatever, we'd probably think better of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd probably have a better resume, probably have a couple more trophies under his belt to bolster his argument.
If he didn't have Calvin Johnson in Detroit, though, he might have just been another really good quarterback.
It's true.
So you can go both ways.
True
there.
statement. Yeah.
I think you guys touched on this before, but we'll ask it again. Are the Broncos any good?
Well,
Yeah,
Bo
they're good.
knows. Bo knows.
Go ahead,
Bo
Ray.
knows. Bo knows. You're that Denver thin air. You get home field advantage over there for Denver. I think that's going to be a tough place to play if you have to go there for any playoff game this year.
Home field in Denver is always tough. Really good defense. Excellent defense.
Excellent fans.
Well coached.
A really good offensive coach who is calling the plays, running the game plan, and managing his pretty good to okay quarterback. They're a good team. They're a good team.
Yeah. I agree. What's up with this player who's been on the past 6 World Series winning teams? What's up with this guy?
He's getting jiggy with it. Talk about Will Smith.
Nah.
Nah. Yeah.
You
He
mean
won
game?
6 World Series teams in a row. He's like Robert Horry or some shit.
You mean game 7 winning home run hitting? Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I know you two did not stay up for that game 7. I watched a little bit of the World Series. I
was at a Halloween party. I watched some of it, and then I went that nights.
Okay, well, and we're not talking baseball on the show, and generally not a thing. But Game 7 of the World Series is worth a talk. And that Game 7, I'll just give it to you in 30 seconds. That 9th to 10th inning, this is playoff baseball is a different story. I know we shit on baseball, but that I didn't care about either of the teams. Frankly, I hated both the teams, and I was on the edge of the seat. Bases loaded, both teams twice. Play at the plate that was reviewable. Good call. The play by that second baseman on his infield's in, plays it on his backhand, gets it to the home plate, close call to the plate. Then you fly out with a outfield is crashing together. The Dodgers have the bases loaded. They can't get it done. Then you got a home run from Will Smith. You had the home run from basically a nobody in the 9th, tie the game from the Dodgers. Heroes everywhere. And then, what is the Toronto's suck of joy? They put him in that position in a Game 7, and Toronto just cannot come through, whether it be the Maple Leafs or now the Blue Jays. It's sports drama. It was sports drama on steroids for someone who had I didn't care at all. It was awesome.
Game 7 extra innings. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Rookie Yamamoto, who gets the MVP of the World Series, comes in there, loads the bases, gets out of that jam, and then finishes out the game. It was nails, man. It was fucking awesome. Every pitcher pitched. You had Scherzer start for the Blue Jays. Bieber comes in. Clayton Kershaw came in for the Dodgers. It was awesome. It was as good as you want for. It was good as you want for Game 7 World Series. It was the only thing that would have been better would have been a 2-out walk-off for the Blue Jays. Like that's every kid growing up thinks about a 2-out walkout home run in the World Series in your home stadium. There's always something lackluster on a championship celebration on the away field.
Yeah.
If the Blue Jays won, that place would have went bananas. I was kind of rooting for
rioted the streets. Yeah, they would have riots all over Toronto.
I kind of wanted to see that scene, but the way the Dodgers won, you had to give it to them. They gutted it out. The Dodgers hit 203 in that series. They were outscored 34-27 in total over 7 games, and they still won. That's Toronto's sportsdom for you right there.
Mookie Betts had probably one of his worst playoffs streaks. He was like batted 154, I think, through the World Series.
Bad series, good Game 7.
Yeah, come up big. That's why he's a good player.
Dude's a fucking winner. Is what he is.
Mm-hmm. Imagine if we had him. Did
he play for the Red Sox?
I think so. Bobby?
Never heard of the guy.
Is that all?
One last question. Best Halloween costume you saw over the weekend?
This girl was dressed as
of course.
I don't know. She had fake tits and looked real good in her costume. It was like a green thing, and she had glitter all over her boobies. And I kept looking, and then her husband would stare at me, and I'd be like, But yeah, that girl. Great costume.
Sparkly tits.
Sparkly tits. Great costume.
Nice. I don't care about such things. Do you have an answer, Bobby?
I saw a guy dressed up as a garbage man who was carrying around 2 bags of actual garbage.
Only in Connecticut, folks. Only in Connecticut.
Awesome. Yeah.
Only in Connecticut. Yeah. Then he left it at the last house he was at.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I'm done. Just fucking chucked it.
That's what we do with your mother, Bobby. Simple as Minds right after this.
Oh, back to school. To prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
I got the controls from here, Richard. The first one we have is a Florida man making street graffiti. A Florida man arrested for hanging on traffic light and shitting on cars passing underneath. 2 toes to this man, and he looks like a obituary shitter from a street.
Habitual.
Habitual. That's what I said.
You were combining habitual and obituary.
No. Habitual.
Got it.
I
gotta say, I think I said this out, and that
certainly looks all these.
Certainly looks like the face of a man who would shit on a car.
However, like Florida,
we can't see his body. I am doubting that he has the dexterity and strength to climb a pole, hang on, and
I have an answer for that. He was high as shit.
That's what I was thinking too, Vine. That's what I was thinking too.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
Sure fucking is. The next one I have is called UFO in the Hood.
2 B's, it's a UFO for real. Look at the UFO, bitch. No, we not making this shit up.
Look at the UFO, bitch.
Look at it. She gonna put... It's a UFO for real, y'all. That is crazy.
The street.
Y'all, that's crazy. It's a UFO for real, y'all.
That's another T-shirt.
I promise y'all.
For real, y'all.
Look, we got all these people.
Yeah.
There ain't no damn street light. My uncle's talking about that street light.
Is this some sort of block party? What's going on? Why are all these people out?
That's racist, Bobby.
That's a UFO.
It's a UFO
This
for
a
real,
fucking
y'all.
street light right here. This the fucking street light. That ain't no fucking street light. That's the street light. I mean, that's the light.
I'm gonna go down there and let it suck me up then. You hear that guy?
Of course, you know about the Alabama
Leprechaun? Oh yeah. Every year.
I got Alabama Leprechaun vibes from that video. It was great. Not as good as Alabama Leprechaun, obviously, but it's a street life for real, y'all. It's a UFO for real, bitch.
That is classic. That is classic hood talk. I think it was in Dallas, Texas.
Hood talk.
You
Either way.
fucking said how many was this a block party? How many people are going to be attending this or whatever? That's just all their
Everybody has
families.
block parties, Raymond.
Yeah, Bobby. Fucking A. Doesn't have to be a race.
Can't say hood talk, right?
Next one we have is the cop in a Zoom meeting.
Jackson, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right.
You got to ask his
Where's your
You got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the...
Whoops.
No, sir.
Officer Jackson,
Okay.
okay.
Where the fuck are your pants? Where the fuck did your pants disappear to?
The look on Officer Jackson's face when he got to it. I love the fact that he wasn't like mortified. He was just laughing about it. He's like, oh shit, sorry, Judge.
The judge almost goes, "Cuz, where's your pants?" But then he goes, "Cuz,
God.
officer, where's your pants?"
God damn, boy. Some fucking pants on. Oh, that one made me laugh.
Last one we have is soccer CTE.
My bro. Conk.
I like the sound comes before the actual hit.
Ooh. That's when you know it's good when they do that.
Yeah, that guy was out.
Yep.
That guy was out. I'll just tell you, this is what's called the tease in the biz. Next week, I put some real heaters in the simplest minds of the week for next week's show.
I saw that popping up on the email.
Here, I was laughing out loud. I was laughing out loud to myself. That's how you
What
know
that pink guy, what that guy in the pink shirt say?
I don't know.
The handsome fellow
Oh.
that you were.
I'll tell you after. This has been the Some Mind Sports Show, Friday Rewind, live November 4th. Tuesday, November 4th. We'll see you next Tuesday here at 8:30. If you like what you see, subscribe, rate, review, tell your friends, and tell your mothers.
Diggs
Bye-bye.
Myers booty.
Diggs Myers booty.